Hi, Paige here. Today is Friday, April 11th, 2025. I am currently, straighten out the camera, waiting for 4 fiber friends that I've only met through YouTube watching their videos. We're having a meetup this weekend. We all live in California, but we live kind of spread out. So we've all had a bit of a drive. And I got to the town where we're meeting a couple hours ago because I will be camping in my van tonight. And I originally thought about checking in at the campground and then, just allowing myself time to do all that. But the campground is actually about a half an hour drive from where we're starting our meetup, which is in about an hour. Yeah, about an hour. We're going to have dinner. But before that, I'm going to give a little tour of my van. So actually, I'm going to film a video tour of the van while I wait for my friends to get here and give them a tour, and then we'll go in and have dinner. And then I need to get up to the campground to check in. Hopefully I can get up there before dark, but the gal said it's really easy to find my site. So yeah, she said it shouldn't be too much of a problem if it does happen to be dark by the time I get up there. But yeah, so and then tomorrow is when we're doing our a variety of activities together. So I'm excited, I'm nervous, but they're all very nice ladies, and I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. So yeah, I just wanted to check in, say hi, and let you know what's happening. See you next time. Bye. Oh, and also we will be filming various parts of the meetup if we want to. We've checked with each other, everyone's okay with that, and we'll be tagging the other channels. So yeah, probably, let's see, I don't know, should I post this? I haven't decided if I'm gonna post this now and then do separate video, a separate kind of montage of the weekend. I don't know yet, but anyway, just checking in. Okay, here's a tour of my van that I live in full-time with my cat. So this is the side door. Drawer here, and there's a drawer on the other side there. Here's a stack of drawers. I do bungee cords, magnets, hooks, carabiners in that drawer. This is light bulbs, batteries, that kind of thing. Medicines, pain gel, that kind of thing. What's in here? I think this is extra blackout blinds. This is where my hoodies are, my cardigans and hoodies. This is my pet supplies, not the pet food, but like leashes and things like that. All right, I have a running board, and I wrap my 2 fingers around there and pull up. That's how I get in. All right, I'm gonna close the door behind me. Okay, so my cat is attached to her leash because I had the door open there. Let me free her now that we are in with the doors closed. Okay, so that's the front. This is where she rides. At night, I have these 2 hand warmers that I turn on and put under her. She sleeps here at night, and she just sleeps right on top of those hand warmers, and they keep her nice and warm. So that's where she rides. I do buckle her when we're in motion. The racks on the windows are to keep her in when I've got the windows down. That's pretty much just in the warmer months. This is her bedroom above the cab. I keep it cleared so that she can go up there and cool off or whatever. A lot of times she'll go up there to cool off or just get kind of a nice view of what's happening out back. Oops, okay. Let me shut the door. God. Okay, coming over here. This is where I sit. This is my chair. This is a new Hawaiian fabric that I put on in front of the blackout drape just because it was kind of plain looking before. I have a variety of small side tables here for my water, you know, or what I'm drinking. And this is where I put my stitch markers and my phone and different things like that. Sometimes I'll have a fountain drink, so I'll put that in there. So I don't have a kitchen in the van. I heat water in this. It's a 12-volt water boiler, and I use that for tea, instant oatmeal, and instant mac and cheese. Well, the mac and cheese styrofoam cups, I just let it steep for the mac and cheese cups. I just let it steep for like 10 minutes and it cooks the pasta. This is an electric lunchbox, and I can heat up soup, frozen meat. This is my power station. It's a Jackery 3000 Pro. Let me see, Jackery 3000 Pro. And I do have solar panels, but I don't use them. I plug into wall power to charge this up. And I need to charge, you know, a couple times a week. Yeah, so I love it. And that's how I power everything, you know, fan and charge my phone and my electric food prep things. So yeah, almost forgot to show you guys that. It's kind of back in there, but I installed a port on the outside of my ProMaster. It's a ProMaster, to be able to just plug into the port. I'll show that here in a second. This is the port I installed. Got this from Amazon. I just plug in the shore power to there, and on the inside it has two lines. So one of them the Jackery is plugged into, the other I plug in what all the fan and the phone charger and all that, plug that in so that while I'm waiting for the Jackery to charge, I still have power. So yeah, this is my fan. This is my hotspot. My iPad charger, my phone charger. This goes to my lamp over here. This I can check the temperature just to get an idea of where I'm at. This is for the fan. This is a rechargeable fan for when, because sometimes my hotspot gets hot, and if I don't want to necessarily put on the big fan, I can cool off the hotspot with that. Got some things there, scissors and so forth. Coming up here, I have 3 wind chimes. They make lots of noise when I'm going down the road, but I love it. This is one of the Christmas stockings that I made for one of my kids, and the back, something's happening with the back. The felt's coming apart, so I've got to mend that. Coming along here. So this is a, this used to be an Amazon van, and there's a metal rib behind this bamboo. There's a metal rib that goes all the way down and on the other side. And this bamboo is from Home Depot. I had someone with a electric saw cut off the spikes. It's garden edging, but I had the spikes cut off and I used magnets to attach it. Different decor. These are artificial air plants from Temu. I've got pictures of all my kids and their significant others. Coming over this way, This is my dresser of all my clothes. All my clothes are in here. A couple drawers are for like little gifts or surprises that I have for my granddaughters for when I visit them. I've got my hair stuff in one drawer, you know, that kind of thing. And the way I keep everything on, I use nano tape. So none of this stuff falls off. I use nano tape. It's a clear, sticky gel type tape, and it keeps everything on, but it doesn't destroy surfaces for the most part. Here we just have more things that I love. This is a bread platter that I got from my mom. Turned it into a little headboard. This is from Dollar Tree. It's just peel and stick wallpaper tiles in brick. We have that, more pictures. Those necklaces and things were my mom's, and they hang back there. There's the back doors. These are the screens that I made to go over those windows. I've got made two of these, so that when I have the windows open, the air can still come through, but it gives me a little privacy. It's tinted glass, so yeah, this is a gift for a little friend. Coming over this way. So I have pillows at either end because depending on where I'm parked, sometimes this end of the bed is higher and sometimes that end of the bed is higher. And I like to have my head higher than my feet. So I just swap. Yeah. Let me fold this again because I'm waiting I can't remember if I said, but I'm waiting for my friends to arrive to give them a tour, and I want it to be just right. Yeah, moving right along. Some artwork. My clock. Magnets are great for keeping things in place. All right, this is kitchen. This is food, dishes, spices, my cats, food, soaps, and, you know, cleaning soaps, personal soaps, a couple of junk drawers for like duct tape and junk scissors and that kind of thing. I think pretty much, kitchen towels, trash liners. Yeah, the rest is, you know, dishes and food and that kind of thing. This is anchored with the, I don't know if, let me show you the double-sided mounting tape from Amazon. I love that stuff. This is my cat's water. I've talked about that. So this is a glass bowl from Dollar Tree, and then it's inside a Dollar Tree cookie thing, which is also inside a food storage thing. These are stick-on tiles from Temu. This is where my cat eats. This is her wet food. The bottom dish is anchored with the nano tape, and then the top dish, I can remove it to wash it. Dry food. Okay, this is my water. I'm gonna sit down here in my chair. When I sit, this is what I see. How do you like my bumper sticker? I can't. I'm doing band things. This is my water. There's a little thing there, a bucket. Bungee cords keep everything in place. Fire extinguisher and a fire blanket. These are some of my cat's toys. She tends to lose them, so she has multiple of her favorites. Those are all my markers. That binder is for one of my employers that has all our timesheet stuff in it. Trash, here's another drawer. I need to go through it. It's getting too full. I've got grabbers. You can get them for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. I've got them all over the place, so I can always reach one. This is just plain water. I can use it to spritz my hair if I have bed hair, but I need to get out of the van. Or when I take my nephew to the horse place, we use it to rinse off the apple gook off his hands. This is just different stuff. I'm reading The Hobbit bit by bit. Again, I read it in junior high, loved it. Needles, mirror markers. This is my windshield shade. This is my speaker. Morning meds, evening meds. I get them all ready. Wipes, just to have, wash my hands. This is my, you can get creamer at Dollar Tree in little packets. It's very convenient. This is where I keep my micro crochet book. What else? Just different stuff. That silver, this is my lunch bag for my one job where I am there for several hours at a time. Yeah, what else? These rugs, they were a 2-pack for like $17 from Amazon, and I've got 4 in here, and I can throw them in the wash every week. Really nice. Let's see. This is water, liquid hand soap. Water and liquid hand soap. I had lotion in there, but the hand soap that I've got in there is a moisturizing hand soap. So water and hand soap. So washing my hands. This is straight distilled white vinegar. This is water and a rinse-free shampoo, but I'm not happy with it. So I might switch to just regular shampoo. And then this is plain water. And see if I can, like, kind of once a day spritz my hair with the water and regular shampoo, and then rinse it, rinse it, to rinse it. I don't know. Kitchen towel. This is a reading light. Whoops, I don't know if I'm. And so when it's dark and I want to fill a cup, I can't see how full the cup is. So I've got this reading light up here. Haven't needed it yet. I just put it up about a week ago. Let's see. My happy place, sun view. I sewed that little wall hanging several years ago. And yeah, it's there. It's getting tattered, but that's okay. It's better than having it in a box in a storage unit somewhere. Calendar. Did I cover everything? I think I did. So yeah, that's my van tour. Oh, probably that's under the bed. The cat's litter box is that blue litter box inside that tote. That right there. This is the Trolino composting toilet. It has a separator. It separates liquids and solids. I never leave any solids in there. I get rid of them in dumpsters at campgrounds and parks. It's legal. People throw away diapers, adult diapers, kid diapers all the time. And then the liquid container, I empty that when it gets close to being full, or even if it's just half full, empty it at a campground bathroom or park bathroom. Yeah, the stuff under there, it's kind of a little bit jumbly, because I've got like that tan and cream check bag. That's my project that I'm gonna work on for the get together for the meetup. And then that green basket thing down there, that has surprises that I've put together for my friends that I'll be meeting. That bright green shopping bag there, that has 3 empty 1-gallon water jugs, and I take those to the Primo water refill station, fill them up, and then pour them in one at a time. This is a 3-gallon jug. It's so much better than messing with this thing. And, you know, lifting 1 gallon at a time is much easier than lifting a big 3-gallon thing. And then the totes, one tote is full of yarn and works in progress. The other tote has laundry soap, paper towels, you know, that kind of thing. My hamper is back behind the bed, so I just chuck my dirty clothes and they sink right down into the tall hamper back on the other side of the bed, between the bed and the back. I've got an extra camp chair, because this one that I'm sitting in is anchored in with bungees and such. I've got a mat for rolling out outside, my cat's tie out, a beach umbrella, my shower tote is back there, and my towels. Yeah, if I missed anything, let me know, but I think that's basically it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. Or maybe I'll show you me in case I put this on a different channel. Hi. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. Hi. Okay, I'm leaving my campsite. It's Saturday morning, April 12th, 2025. Heading back into town for our Fiber Friends meetup. We're leaving the campsite. So this campground is, it's a KOA Santa Margarita. Outside of, so our meetup is in San Luis Obispo, and this campground is 30 minutes from San Luis Obispo. Fascinating campground. It's all hills. Like, each little campsite is on its own hill. It's quite amazing, actually. Yeah, I just saw, oh, there's wild turkeys up there on the hill. You can't see them, I don't think. But anyway, yeah, it's nothing like what I expected. Hilly. It would not want to be here in the rain. There's ruts, dirt roads. It's beautiful and interesting, and for people who like to hike up hills, going for a walk would be a hike for sure. But anyway, I slept great. My campsite was dead quiet. I had no neighbors, and I tried to hear anything. Couldn't even hear crickets. Quiet. And yeah, so we are heading on out. I want to get into town to find a good parking spot, but I want to go to the grocery store first and pick up a sack lunch, because that's one of our activities, is to have a sack lunch together outside and crochet together. One of us at the meetup is, I think, primarily a knitter, but she does crochet. But anyway, details. It's just gorgeous here. Oh my goodness. Oh, no cell service. There is no cell service up here, and my mobile hotspot needs cell service in order to give me internet. But the campground provides internet, think I go this way. Ooh. Can't even see where I'm going. Oh my gosh. Am I going the right way? I think. Yeah, exit. I just saw a sign that says exit. So interesting. Look at that animal trail. I don't know if you can see that right there on the hill to the right of that pine tree. You can tell it's an animal trail because it's really narrow. But I am sure there's a plethora of cougar and bear up here, plus coyote, and in the summer rattlesnakes. But yeah, I had my 2 bunk windows open all night. And I was just comfy and it was just perfect. All right, let's see. To the right is the party yurt. Party yurt. I don't see a yurt, but that sounds fun. Oh, there's the yurt. My phone is, I have it temporarily stuck to my dashboard with that nano tape I was showing in the van tour. So I can't like pick my phone up, and plus I don't really want to be waving my camera around with people camping here and there. Yeah, this is fascinating. It is the hilliest campground I have ever seen or been to or anything. Excuse me, just woke up. Oh, I'm looking for the trash. Dump my trash. I think it's right over here. That's recycling. This is regular trash. That is a group cabin at this campground. Hopefully my phone is charging, because it needs to. To check out, they said you don't need to go in the park store. You go in the park store to check in, but to check out, oh, you just leave. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. Alright, heading back into San Luis Obispo. So last night we had dinner. It was me and 3 fiber friends. The other gal was on her way, but I think she had to work and then head out. And Friday evening, rush hour, I think she said she was gonna wait and not sit in traffic, but leave later. So I'm pretty sure she and 2 of the other fiber friends are sharing a hotel room, and I'm pretty sure she got there last night, like after we dispersed from dinner. So she'll be there this morning. So our activities today start at 10. We're meeting at the Mission Plaza. So San Luis Obispo, if you're not familiar with California, there's what's called, El Camino Real. El Camino Real is the road formed by the Spanish missionaries back in the, I believe, the 1600s, or whoops, careful, you're playing chicken. That was a woodpecker playing chicken. He made it. And San Luis Obispo, I believe, had one of the bigger missions. San Luis Obispo is home to Cal Poly, one of the well-known universities. But from what I understand, they have a really nice outdoor seating area, and the town kind of grew from the mission, it looks like, if you look at the map. It's kind of right in the center of downtown. So we're starting there at 10. They have outdoor seating and such. And then at 11, the local yarn shop, Yarns at the Adobe, opens. And it's basically right across the street from the Mission Plaza. So we'll go to the local yarn shop, and I plan on buying some delicious, what do they call it? Expensive, you know, not your big box store yarn, which is primarily what I use, but, you know, expensive, delicious, yummy, high quality, you know, superwash merino wool or something. Buy something that I fall in love with. And then we're gonna go, the plan is to go back to Mission Plaza and have Reach bring in a sack lunch and crochet together. And then there's a place called Bubblegum Alley, and it's a long alley where I think since the 70s people have been sticking their wads of chewed gum on there, and it sounds gross, but apparently it's a tourist place. So want to go see that. And then I made those little green aliens. I'm going to put one in one of the little free libraries, and that'll kind of be it. So I was going to stay 2 nights, but when I got up here to this campground and realized there was no phone service, I really don't like using public Wi-Fi. I asked if I could just stay the one night last night and get a refund for tonight, and they said yes. So I'm probably gonna head home after we're done with our meetup today. Yeah, because this is 30 minutes kind of the other direction anyway, so yeah. But that's fine. It's so beautiful out here. So yeah, that's what's happening. I am heading back into San Luis Obispo. Gonna go, there is a Trader Joe's. I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's or I don't know. Once I get to where I have cell service again, I'll pull up my maps. I'm gonna figure out the best route. So yeah, all right. Tune in a bit. Hi, Paige here. Today is Saturday, April 12th, 2025. Here I am with 4 brand new friends that we all met each other on YouTube, and we gathered together. We're in San Luis Obispo, crocheting together. We're gonna go to a local yarn shop soon. There happens to be a beaver conservation or wildlife conservation festival going on, live music, and we're in a beautiful amphitheater. I'll turn the camera around. The weather's perfect. There's a stream down there. San Luis Obispo is a beautiful city. Highly recommend visiting. So right behind me is Theresa of Phoenix Gate Crafts, is her YouTube channel. Yep. And she knit her sweater. Yep. To her left is Amie of Hooked on Wishing Crochet. Is her YouTube channel. Then we have Sarah of, is your channel Sarah Nickel?
Yeah.
Sarah Nickel, that's fine. Sarah, and this is Jackie of Tiny Little Blessings, right? Yeah. So yeah, we're crocheting. It's about 10:30ish in the morning. We're gonna go to a local yarn shop and spend the day together. All right, catch up with you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, we are at Whimsical Wool. Whimsical Wool's plural.
Whimsical wool.
Whimsical Wool in San Luis Obispo. This is, what's your name?
My name's Sarah.
Okay, and she is the new owner of Whimsical Wool. Used to be Yarns at the Adobe. And yeah, she's a delightful, cheerful gal and getting ready to really ramp up the yarn shop. So, yeah. There's Jackie.
Hi.
All right, video's going. Jackie of Tiny Little Blessings and Amie of Hooked on Wishing and Sarah of Sarah Nickel and Theresa of Phoenix Gate Crafts.
Hello. Hello.
We are at Whimsical Wool in San Luis Obispo. They have an outside seating area and we just bought yarn and yeah, I'm gonna eat my lunch.
Hummingbirds.
It's a very old-timey town.
Oh, I got a bunch of kitchen junk I should.
Okay. I'm going to put my contribution and Jackie of Tiny Little Blessings, her contribution. She made the pumpkin and I made the alien. My cat's going to make sure I do everything correctly. And the little free library is over there. Do you see that little yellow cute kind of birdhouse looking box there? That's the little free library. It matches the house that it's in front of. And this is in San Luis Obispo. So here goes. Amie forgot Amie made a little bee, but she left it at her hotel and it was too far to go get it. So we'll put these two in here. The little stitch marker, I attached it to the pumpkin. It says made with love. And here's the alien. And I wrote, hi, I'm yours to keep. Little free library. Okay, so the meetup is over for me anyway. Amie and Theresa are staying one more night, but I had a problem with my campsite. There was no cell service, so I stayed last night, but I'm not going to stay tonight. I'm going to head back home down south. All right, thanks for watching. We exchanged gifts. Amie made this flamingo and gave this to me, along with a project bag and some goodies, stitch markers, and different fun things, stickers. Theresa, so Amie is Hooked on Wishing. Theresa, she makes soap. This is a yummy smelling honey and oat soap, glycerin soap. She gave me that. And this pumpkin, Jackie of Tiny Little Blessings made pumpkins for everybody and handed them out. And I put together notions pouches. Here are the orange slices I made, and inside are just things you need in your project bag. Measuring tapes, snips, little scissor things, yarn needles in a little yarn needle case. Let's see if I can get this open. I'm filming with one hand. So I put a little note thing for marking down pattern notes. Pen, everybody got a pen. Some little wet wipes to clean your hands before you start handling your yarn. Lotion. Stitch markers. These are the, this is a pill minder thing or whatever. Here's the snips. I love these because you don't have to get your fingers in the handle to use them. Quick and easy. Yarn needles, little case, measuring tape. You know how measuring tapes are. And an emergency crochet hook. In the pouch. Yeah, so some of the pouches said shine. Oops. Some said dream. Some said peace. And I handed out little slips of paper with a word on it, and whatever word you got was the pouch you got. And yeah, oh yeah, so then what I bought at, so it used to be Yarns at the Adobe, but the business sold, the local yarn shop in San Luis Obispo. It recently sold, so the new name is Whimsical Wool, and there's a clip of that in the video. I got this hank, Earth Yarns, Knit One, Plant One. Each skein of Earth Yarns sold plants a tree in Africa in partnership with TFF, Trees for the Future. Spiral grain, sport weight, 100% sport weight extra fine merino. And this is 50 grams. Machine wash cold, dry flat. And I plan on making a pair of wrist warmers with this. And then this is 100 grams, so it's twice as much quantity, length, 463 yards, fingering weight, which might be the same as sport weight, not sure. Anyway, SW I think stands for sport weight. 75% merino, 25% nylon. Hand dyed specifically for Whimsical Wool by Speckled Finch Studios, hand dyed yarn from Northern California. And I just love this. I have not decided what I'm going to make. I don't know yet. I can't decide. Look at that. It looks like wood to me, kind of, but I just haven't decided. These, I'm going to mimic this wind chime the best I can and make a miniature little shell wind chime with these. There's 11 of them. They're buttons. She had a couple button bins. So yeah, that's what I bought.